What's up, Daily Beat? My name's Ryan Toohill, back again. Today we have Henry Fong. We are at Xfinity Live for the Dada Land Compound show. You began producing and DJing, as it said from your bio, after college. You decided to finish that first. What kind of setbacks or bonuses did that kind of give you, kind of finishing your degree first?
I was pretty focused on school, and I was really always intrigued with the music, and I really didn't have time to kind of play with it. And then right before I graduated, I just started, messing around DJing in my room and stuff. And then all of a sudden, all the people I met in college, they were like, "Hey man, you want to DJ at these bars and stuff?" A couple buddies hooked me up with some local gigs, and I was just playing like top 40 hip hop and stuff. And then I just went from there. I was like, I really want to do this. And one of my buddies was like, "If you want to do this, you got to start making your own music." I was like, "Okay." I started my own dance music night in Orlando, and it was the first strictly dance music night right by the college, UCF. Through that, I was able to network, meet people, who brought artists in, and just went from there, man.
That's great. So basically, you'd have to kind of attribute a lot of the beginning success to like just being a student.
It was really valuable to understand that side of it first, to know what it's like to start a night from the ground up and promote it, understand that side of the business, and then not only that, DJing and a normal club, learning how to read the crowd, what to play. You have to kind of suck it up and just play like some of the popular stuff, but at the end it kind of gives you a different insight. I feel like a lot of DJs now, they're just like these kids that are just making insane music in their bedrooms, and then all of a sudden they're DJing, and you put them in a room with 3,000 kids, and they're just like, "What's going on?"
You did rise from what I've read, very, very rapidly. Once the break did occur. What can you kind of attest that to? Is there anybody you'd like to thank that kind of helped you along once you got into the professional scene?
My good buddies, Dallas K, Kilogram, Nims, they pretty much taught me everything I know about production. Me and Nims started the dance music night in Orlando. It was called Riot. And then I brought Kilogram and Dallas on the night. I gave them a couple nights DJing, and then they taught me how to produce music, and it was a good trade-off.
I'm actually a huge fan of Dallas K.
Yeah.
Really cool that you guys actually worked together. I didn't know that. That's really awesome. But what genres outside of electronic would you say that you kind of got influenced from?
Really influenced by hip-hop. I grew up listening to a lot of hip-hop, like a lot of the 90s, like 2000 hip-hop.
I caught a lot of breakbeats in a lot of your songs out there. A lot of two-step.
Okay, well that is, I would say, mainly influenced by Prodigy. Prodigy is one of my, although that's not hip hop, that's another one of my big influences. So that's kind of where I started messing around with that a little bit. I tried to kind of bring a little bit of the old school stuff and kind of pair it with the big room.
How long have you been growing your dreads for?
I don't know, man. It's like every time I don't even think about it. Like how long, and then I realize that it's been quite some time. So I'd have to say 5 years, 6 years.
That's a lot of commitment. If you can grow your dreads out that long, I'm sure that you'll be okay in this scene.
I remember just one day it started getting really tangled. I was on a cruise with my family, and I was like, woke up one day, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, whatever. I got sick of brushing it out, and then I just
went into hell with it and whatever.
All right, let's just try it out. I'm not gonna cut my hair anyways, and then it ended up, I just left it. I don't know.
But you've had releases on a lot of different labels. You've had Hysteria, Dim Mak, Owsla, Revealed. What would you say is kind of your personal kind of selection process, like when you make a song, like for a particular, are you interested in sending it to a particular label, or just kind of make it and see who picks it up?
Absolutely. I mean, every label has their specific sound that they like, so it's like if you finish a track, I kind of like to listen to it and be like, this would fit here, this would fit there, and I think that's important. A lot of DJs now get signed to labels, and they are in an exclusive agreement, and they're only allowed to release on that label. I feel like that's not the way I want to kind of do things. I feel like it's better to, my theory is the more crowds you associate yourself with, it's only going to help you. So I like to release on various amounts of labels.
Right, keep yourself diverse,
exactly.
Kind of. I'm really, really, really into that new track that you just kind of put out just recently on SoundCloud, Hot Steppa. Okay. To be honest, I haven't really heard of Toby Green or Mike Hawkins before that, but I do know that Mike, through a friend of mine, he actually was into production for a while, and then you guys kind of collaborated.
Me and Mike met randomly through this guy Greg that wrote for a different blog, and he paired us up, and me and Mike started working on a track Jump together, and that
love that song.
On Hysteria, and then with Mike's other friend Pablo. So that's how I got in with the Danish guys, and then I met Toby through them. Toby was signed to Mike's label Megaton, and me and Toby made a track, and we made a track, Revival, which was an awesome track.
Like you're building an army right now.
So I love working with those guys, man. Me and those guys, we have a good chemistry, and we understand the style of music we make. So when we sit down in the Skype studio, we're just like throwing ideas around, and then Mike was like, let's start another. I want to start another track with you, but he's like, I want to start a track with Toby too. So why don't we just do a three-way track? So then we just came up with this crazy idea to do this like reggae track, the reggae influence stuff that's coming out on the big labels. It's more with the hard style kick. We kind of want to stay away from that. We want to do the reggae sound with more of like electro, like heavy electro sound.
That's what really caught my ear on. It was a very unique thing. I really liked how you had like true reggae, not just like the Jamaican vocals and everything. You actually brought in like a true reggae vibe.
We like built it around this guitar sample, and then it just went from there. Everybody was just kind of throwing in just pieces of everything, and just ended up into this track. And I think it's really important to keep things unique as far as your productions. There's so much stuff right now that just sounds the same, so redundant. And we made it a point where like, let's just make something that is just really unique.
If you had to have one Pokemon, who would it be and why?
Probably the turtle guy.
Turtle?
The turtle.
Or like the big one, Blastoise, the small kid, or like when he evolves?
I like the water.
Okay.
So, turtle.
All right, well, there you Squirtle for Henry Fong, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, this is Henry Fong, and you caught me on the Daily Beat.